Welcome to another edition of Cupping Through BlendingRoom's single origin coffees on the week commencing January the 13th. These videos are designed to assist anybody who's wishing to buy coffee from us during this week. And in the video, I will talk through each one of the coffees, I'll taste them, convey the flavor profiles and give some suggestions on how you could brew them at home. This week, because I've not brought out a new coffee last week, I will also be showing you the roast profiles for each of the batches as well, just for interest's sake. So without further ado, I'll get into the coffees. First on the list, we've got the Dulce Sueños, which is a decaf coffee from Peru. This is incredibly sweet. There's lots of marzipan, there's a touch of praline on there. There's a lovely bit of chocolate on the finish. It's lovely and syrupy, and because of all of this, it will make it an incredibly versatile coffee to brew with. You can have this as an espresso, you'll get the most out of it through filter or full immersion like a cafetiere. You could even cold brew this if you wish. Next on the list is the Pantano from our core range. This has a little tickle of orange acidity, and then in with the hazelnut and chocolate on the finish. This is our most popular coffee by unit sold. It is so versatile, you can throw it at anything. I really enjoy this as an espresso and as a cafetiere as well. The cafetiere, you get lots and lots of texture out, loads of that hazelnut and chocolate through there. It's a crowd pleaser. Next on the list is the Barreiro. This is a natural process yellow bourbon from Brazil. What you'll get from this is a lovely stone fruit character. There's cherry, it's creamy, there's some almond in there as well, and you get that very classic chocolate finish that you would expect from a natural process coffee from Brazil. Next in line is the Rancho Grande. This too is another natural process coffee from Brazil. This is all about dried fruit. It's lovely. There's a very rounded sweetness with this. There too is nut, but also there's a little bit of toffee or caramel. You can expect classic chocolate on the finish, and this would make a fantastic espresso. You can also have this as a filter coffee, and we did last week in the roastery, but I think this sings as a single origin espresso. Next in line is last week's release to our coffee subscribers, the La Bolsa. This is a washed Couture and Bourbon blend. And in the cup, expect lots and lots of cherry. There's red cherry and black cherry. There's a prevalent sweetness, a lovely syrupy character on the palate, and a crisp chocolate character on the finish. This too is another very versatile coffee for brewing. I have a strong preference to brew this as a filter coffee. I think the dilution ratio of this would really allow those cherry notes to come through. This is my favorite coffee of 2024, and it's an absolute bargain at £9 a bag. Next in line is the El Puente. This was brought to us by Vid 58 and Falcon Specialty, the same producer group as the La Bolsa. This has lovely bright purple fruits. There's a touch of grapefruit in there, more chocolate, but this chocolate is a crisp dark chocolate. It too, like the La Bolsa, is very syrupy and characteristic. It's incredibly fruit forward, and I think you'll get the best out of this as an AeroPress or as a filter coffee. I would maybe not have this as espresso. That little bit of grapefruit in there could present itself as a touch sharp in a home espresso machine. So do look at this through other methods of brewing first. Next, we have the Victoria Mago. This is a washed coffee from Peru. And there's lovely autumnal stone fruits with this. Think plum, think lots of different styles of purple fruits. The acidity is nice and refrained. Like the Guatemalans, it has a lovely syrupy characteristic. There's a touch of chocolate on the finish, and this would be an amazing filter coffee. I've just had this morning as a batch filter, and it was an absolute delight. Last but not least, we've got the washed Rwandan called Nzovu. And this is lovely and bright. I fully intend people to use this as a filter brew. However, I've had a bunch of people who've said that they've really enjoyed it as a cafetiere at home. expect bright red fruits like cranberry. There's candied orange in there as well, so a little bit of the acidity, but some sweetness too. And then this brown muscovado sugar on the finish. It's both bright and crisp, but also syrupy on the finish at the same time. And that was Blending Room's coffee on the week commencing January the 13th, 2025. If I was to pick a coffee out for espresso, I would go with Rancho Grande. If I was going to pick a coffee out for filter coffee, it would be the Victoria Mago. And if I wanted to pick a coffee out for cafetiere, I would either go with the Pantano or the La Bolsa. Those are my favorite coffees on the table for the most common methods of brewing. As usual, I hope this video has proved useful. If you have any questions about any of the coffees, please do get in contact through our social platforms, email, pop into the roastery, or use those old-fashioned telephones to give us a call. Links to all of these coffees are down below. They're available 24/7 on our website. We are open 9 to 5 at the roastery, and I'll be back at Beverley Market this coming Saturday. To wrap up, I hope you enjoy your coffee and have a great week.